Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, and greetings, everybody. Today we are going to be discussing the Holy Trinity. This is the nature of who the Christian God is. And the Holy Trinity, is what makes Christianity Christianity. This is a very, very important topic, and a lot of people have a lot of questions about it, and a lot of people don't really have a great understanding about it, which, is reasonable because it's quite complicated and can get confusing. But I made a little diagram here, and we're going to kind of be explaining the basics of the Trinity, which is one of the most essential doctrines of the Christian faith, on par with the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. So, in our little diagram here, we have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are God. But we have the Father is not the Spirit is not the Son, and the Son is not the Father, and that reverses. So, we have three premises right here of this diagram that we are going to cover, and that's one God, three distinct persons, and that they are consubstantial with each other. So yes, there is one God. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are not three separate gods. They are three distinct persons. Now, how does this make sense? How can one being be three distinct persons? And that is because God exists on a plane of existence that we don't. Okay, here's God, here's us. God does not exist within time, space, and matter, and he does not exist within the finite, limited universe that you and I live in. You and I, and everybody else around us, exist as their own being in this universe. But God is outside of the universe. God made the laws of the universe, therefore they do not apply to him. So it makes complete sense that an all-powerful, all-infinite God can exist as three persons and be one being. To say otherwise would it be to put God in a box, or to put God in a container and say he cannot do anything I cannot comprehend. But this is not true, because we also can't comprehend certain distances in space that we know full well exist. They are scientifically proven to exist, but we can't comprehend them. And this should be more out of our comprehension than even those are, because at least those distances are in the natural universe, right? We should not want to comprehend God. God is so much above us, and we should want him to be above us to a point that we cannot comprehend. However, we can understand that it is not logically impossible for there to be a trinity of this sort. And this is that they're consubstantial with one another. Consubstantial means that they are of the same essence, that they are of the same being, and that is the exact correlation between the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. They are the same being. God is not divided into mathematical sections. The Father is not 33.3% God, the Spirit's not 33.3% God, and the Son is not 33.3% God. The Father is 100% God, the Son's 100% God, and the Spirit is 100% God. They are all co-eternal and co-equal. Now we can know that they are all God. In Matthew 28:19, Jesus says, "Therefore go out and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit." Why would Jesus tell you to baptize somebody in the name of the Father and then proceed to tell you also in the name of two lesser individuals? That won't make sense. By Jesus saying baptize them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, he was therefore showing the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit to be all equal, co-equal, co-eternal, and co-powerful. We also know Jesus is God because in Isaiah 9:6, the prophecy of who Christ would be hundreds of years before he was born said that he would be called Mighty God. In John 10:30, Jesus said that I and the Father are one, meaning that they are consubstantial, that they are in one unity. They are in one unity. The only way to be in a perfect unity with God is to be equal with him. And obviously, the Bible explicitly says there is one God. Therefore, we know there is one God, so the Son cannot be a separate God equal to the God the Father. Therefore, they must be the same God. They are distinct persons consubstantial with each other. Jesus also said in the book of John, "Before Abraham was, I am," meaning that he was eternal, around long before that he came to earth, incarnate of the Virgin Mary, that he existed for all eternity along with the Father and the Spirit. And we know that the Spirit is God because in Acts 5:3-4, Peter confronts Ananias to lying to the Holy Spirit and says that he lied to God because he lied to the Holy Spirit, explicitly stating that the Holy Spirit is God. Also, throughout everywhere in the Gospels, the power of the Holy Spirit is synonymous with the power of God. And Jesus' authority is synonymous with the authority of God. So we can see throughout the Gospels everywhere that they are consubstantial, existing as one God. There is not three gods. The Bible is very clear about that. So that is the basics of the Holy Trinity. We are going to go into more depth on this in further videos and answer some objections to the Trinity, like popular ones like modalism, oneness, Arianism, and all sorts of other heresies and misconceptions about the Trinity that exist out there. It is very important for Christians to be educated on this matter due because of how important of a doctrine this is in our faith. So again, I hope everybody has a blessed day, and I will see you next time.